Mamdani thing is a little bit more elusive, a little bit more tricky. And I think, number one, it illustrates the fact that Trump is not all that ideological in the way that he sees politics. We assume he is, because his instincts are conservative, and he does conservative things, and he's done a lot, by the way, in the last 10 or 11 months. So he has actually been far better than he was in the first term. And I don't think that we on the right have good reasons to be upset with Trump in any way. However, Trump doesn't think the way we do in a kind of philosophical or ideological compass. Trump is an operator. And I think Trump is looking at New York from a real estate point of view, and he's looking at New York also from a pragmatic point of view. Look, this guy's been elected. Guess what? We're going to have to work with him. And if he's willing to play ball, I think Trump's question is, who has the real cards? What cards does he have on me? Well, none. All his talk is all, I'm going to prevent Netanyahu from coming to New York. It's all bluster. He even knows it. Everybody knows it. Netanyahu knows it. So it's all a big joke. It's positioning just in a campaign. But Mamdani does need federal aid. Mamdani only has two ways to get money. One way is from the New York legislature, and that's through the governor, through the legislature. And already Kathy Hochul has kind of said no to some of the Mamdani proposals. So Mamdani is basically thinking, well, maybe I can get some money out of the federal government for some of these things. And Trump's point is, all right, well, who does that give the reins to? Answer me. The federal government, that's me. So why am I going to slam Mamdani? Let me see if I can use my leverage over Mamdani to get some things accomplished. So if Mamdani, for example, wants to do rent control, Trump is likely to go, nah, I'm not going to help you on that. But if Mamdani goes, well, you know what, I want to build 1,000 new apartments in New York. This is going to appeal not only to Trump's real estate side, which is like, hey, that's something that's going to be good for the city. And the second thing is supply and demand. More apartments, more living space basically means prices will tend to come down at least a little bit. And I also think Trump has a certain sympathy for you could call it the working class people of New York, the kind of people you see that are doormen in his own hotels. Because think about it, they work in New York. They have to work in New York. The hotels are in New York. Where are they going to live? So almost none of them live in Manhattan. But it's not even easy to live in Brooklyn. It's really expensive. And it's not that cheap to live even in Queens. And so to the degree that the supply of housing can be increased, and to the degree that prices can be leveled out or moderated, this is going to be good for those guys for whom making ends meet has become even more difficult. So I'm not really freaked out by all this. I think I could see the dismay on the faces of the White House aides when Trump was kind of coddling Mamdani. And some people, by the way, thought, oh, Mamdani's pulled a fast one on Trump. Not really. Trump is very capable, by the way, of saying nicer things, to Kim Jong-un than he said to Mamdani. So that's Trump. He'll say things like that. He'll be like, well, this is the smartest guy I've ever met. You're like, Kim Jong-un is the smartest guy you've ever met? But that we're not shocked hearing that kind of thing coming out of Trump. It's Trump's hyperbolic, bombastic, over-the-top way of talking. And Trump also, jokes with people in the most, well, some would say inappropriate ways. Right? He's talking to some guy from Qatar. He starts talking about, well, listen, give this to your wife. I don't know how many wives you have, but, give it to your favorite. Ha, ha, ha. This is Trump. Or he'll say something like, well, listen, Biden, last time you were here, MBS, Mohammed bin Sultan, Biden gave you a fist bump. I'm gonna shake your hand, but I don't really know where that hand has been, to be honest. But this is Trump. He'll say these things which are, let's just call it a little bit outside of the diplomatic handbook. And we've all learned over time not to take them all that seriously, even though there might be some strategic purpose behind them.
For full shows, live and on demand, it's Salem News Channel.